Hi everybody, it's PJ, and let me tell you how I won. And you know, you never win nowadays. It's really hard to win nowadays. There's like, Comcast doesn't give a shit about you, and AT&T and Verizon, they don't care because there's another you around the corner. There's so many of us customers, their customer service is like in the shitter. So, as you all know, if you've been following me, a tree went through my roof last year. In a big windstorm, a piece of tree limb, about that big around, like, went through my roof. And so, I had to use my insurance for the first time ever, okay? And so, and it's like QBE or something. I don't know. I don't even know where I got this insurance from because it was called lots of other things before it was that. I don't know. Anyway, it's just homeowners insurance. I pay it once a year and I'm done, right? Okay. I get my bill this year. My last year bill was like $1,100 or something. I don't even know that that's high. Like in my mind, okay, $1,000, pay, it's done until next June. I don't even think past it, you know, and never, and this is my fault, I never once looked at like the policy. Originally the policy comes from 2004. I don't remember. That was 14 years ago? Yeah, 14 years ago. I don't fucking know. I was living at Jeff's house, so I just signed. Yeah, okay, good, whatever. But the guy did come out that day in 2004, and he like measured, and then he like took pictures, I think. But again, I don't recall this. I just know I pay anywhere from $900 to $1,100 every year for homeowners insurance on my 900 square foot cottage. Never having opening the package, this is bad, never having opened the package that the actual policy comes in, just the bill, and then I paid it. Okay, so that's bad that you didn't look at your own insurance package. But, so, anyway, I finally have to use the policy this year, or last year, because of the tree and the roof, and they pay for a whole new roof because there was no fixing that roof. So they paid for the whole new roof, and because of that, I was like, you know what? Let me I put in new sidings, new gutters, all that stuff. So anyway, this year comes around to renew my policy, and I get a bill in the mail, and it's for $1,780 for the same insurance. Hold on, guys. Okay, $1,780 for the same fucking insurance I've had since 2004, and for 14 years, and it was the first time last year that I had ever made a claim on it, because I don't care if I think the deductible is like $500 or $1,000, and I was like, whatever, I'll just pay for whatever broke or whatever. I never put a claim in, never. So they got my money, thousands of dollars, for 14 years, $14,000 basically, plus interest if you want. This traffic. Okay, so, and I never said a word. I was happy with it, whatever, didn't care. Okay, so I get this bill and it's $1,780, and I'm like, what the fuck is that about? I was mad. So I call them up and I say, I thought you weren't supposed to be able to increase somebody's policy almost double, because they used the insurance finally after 14 years of buying this stuff. So they were like, no, that's not it. We'll look into it, but it's because Maryland laws changed last year. They didn't put you in for the increase last year, so you're going to pay it this year. So I was like, oh my God, what are you, it just sounded like, oh, bullshit, 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 more bullshit, bullshit, boy, bullshit stinks. That's what it sounded like to me. So I was pissed. So then I called my car insurance, and I have like life insurance, car insurance. So I called my car insurance, which is the same as my life insurance, and I said, don't I get a discount if I throw my homeowners on this? Can you come give me an estimate? And they say, when's the last time you had a claim? And I said, I've only had one claim my whole life. I only had one claim my whole life. And it was last year. And they say no. The law is that if you have a claim for 3 years, you can't change insurance. And I'm like, what? So now I'm kind of fuming that I'm going to have to pay this very ridiculously expensive insurance bill. Ridiculously expensive. So I am like, this totally sucks. So I pulled the insurance for the first time. I pulled the insurance policy out of the big envelope for the first time ever. Because I'm an idiot. And the first thing I noticed is that they have my dwelling as to replace as $300,000. I live in a 900 square foot cottage. That thing is, it's beyond tiny. It's one bath, 3 bedrooms, little. A laundry room, a living room, and a kitchen. I've always wanted a dining room. I never had one. I want a dining room to this day. Anyway, so I'm like, what the hell? What are you, lining it in gold? It wouldn't cost you about $100,000 to rebuild my home. And that might be high. Okay, so I'm like, what? Then it says other dwellings, $30,000. I'm like, what other dwelling? I have a $1,500 shed I bought from the Amish guy. 100, not 1,000, 100. I don't have a garage. The hell's 30,000? Whoever did my policy decided he wanted to make some money, and I was just the idiot to help him. He put on that I had a 2-story lie. He took pictures, like, I guess he used pictures from somebody else's house. He put on there, I had a 2-story, 1,800 square foot home. What? I wish. And all this other shit. So I was like, whose house is this? And it has been there since 2004, which I found out. So I called him up, and the first person I called him up like 2 weeks ago, and the first person I got was like this nasty girl, and she was just like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then we were talking, and I was like, I want to know how you come to these. So I said, I want to know how you came to this. How did you come to me having 1,800 square feet, which me and my neighbor's house is not 1,800 square feet. So she's like, well, that's what they wrote down in 2004. And then we got disconnected. She had taken my number down too, but we got disconnected, and she never called me back. And I tried to call in, and I couldn't get the same girl. So I was like, fine, okay. So then I went to make my mortgage payment last week, and it kicked it back out, and I thought, oh shit, that's because I didn't pay that. I was wrong. It was just a bank error, and they took it, but I thought it was for the insurance. So I went ahead and went back, and I called the insurance company again, thinking, oh, let me fix this before they start messing with my mortgage, you know. So I called the insurance company. I'm like, hey, you know, blah, blah, it's me. I'm like, but I get a different person. And this lady is so nice. Like, she's so friggin' nice. And so I'm like, okay, this is what happened. I don't understand where these numbers come from. She says, hold on, let me pull your deed from the county I live in. So I'm like, oh, you can do that? And she's like, well, that's what they're supposed to do. But apparently they didn't when this, but it wasn't even the same insurance company, because I guess they change over just like mortgage companies. I don't know. I don't follow it. I just pay shit. So bad. Anyway, so she gets back on the line, and she's like, yeah, I don't know whose house they have listed here. It's not yours. And I'm like, I've paid this how long? Since 2004. And she's like, well, we can't go back like that. Like, you're supposed to read your policy. And I'm like, you know, heads up. And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, but I will go back for last year. She went back in for last year. She took last year's money that I had already paid, reassessed it. It told me if I had the receipts from me putting the new roof on, which I did. I had them right in front of me because I had pulled all this stuff out. And she's like, if you can send me that, you owe nothing for my insurance is like $600 a year. I can't believe how long I paid so much more, but it's $600 a year. And she said, if you can send me the receipt, I'll get you even more. And they're now, my insurance is paid for the year and they're sending me a rebate check. What an idiot that I never looked. Like, I had told like other people how much I pay on insurance and they were like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. But it's not. So check your policy, man. What a lesson. Because I just have such a busy life. I just don't even think along those lines. I just like, I run straight ahead and like whatever on the way. What an idiot. So my fault. But I got a really nice lady on the phone. And I feel like I won. You know how you never win against Comcast or Verizon or anybody? I won against the insurance company, which is just unbelievable now in these day and age. So I felt really blessed and really happy. And I was like, oh my God. Of course, I called Tim and he's like, you need to sue them. I'm like, it wasn't them that did it. That's like turning over the years. I mean, it's 14 years. I don't even remember who the original company was. It might have been though Wells Fargo, which is also my bank. So I will make a call to them and find out. But yeah, that's what happened. Buyer beware, man. I'm a bad one. I'm a bad one for that. I don't read anything. Ugh. Instructions. It's just I'm such an Aries. It bites you in the ass. It's probably I mean, my insurance is literally $500-600 now. I paid $1,100 for 14 years. Lessons. Big lessons, okay? But anyway, I won. Yay! Bye.